Hello Taurus, welcome to your mid to late June 2026 extra tarot reading. Thank you so much for joining me. This is for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising. Taurus, let's see what is going on for you guys. I want to welcome my newcomers and welcome my people that have been with me for a while now. Thank you so much for supporting me, guys. I really appreciate your support, Taurus, more than you can possibly know. So thank you. And in order to give back, I wanted to give you an extra reading. So here we go, guys, an extra reading for Taurus. We have a flipper and we've got Bluebeard. All right. Well, Bluebeard was the pirate, isn't he? But he has an interesting backstory that a lot of people don't know, and I'm going to get to that in one moment. But before I do that, let's get a card from this deck to go along with Bluebeard here. And we have She Who Regrets. Oh, yeah. Yes. You know what, Taurus? I'm just getting an energy here of anyone who goes into battle with you at this time or has been to battle with you. It's like, oh gosh, I wish I had not gone and confronted Taurus. I wish I hadn't have taken it to the level that I did. I wish that I hadn't have pushed it. So let's see where all of this is going for Taurus. What we have here, Taurus, is some disagreements, to put it mildly. Oh gosh. Eclat. It's very much a Five of Swords energy, so if you're familiar with that particular tarot card, I am getting the hollow victory, the winning at all costs, the price of going to battle. The price of a win can be tantamount to a loss, really. I know. Victory in some cases means stepping back, yielding to others, letting others have the win, especially if the victory isn't worth the price. It'll be different for each one of you, but with this Bluebeard card, Bluebeard is all about taboos. You know, the story of Bluebeard is about this rich man who gave his wife money, resources, the big house, or all of that, luxury, a life of luxury. And he said, I will give you all of this, but here's the one thing that you cannot do. The one rule that I have. And, of course, when we are someone who is curious, as we should be in life, that is like a recipe for disaster, because telling someone that's the one thing that they can't do or the one thing that they shouldn't look at, of course it's going to make them look, doesn't it? So of course she does, and then there is well, basically he wants to chop off her head and kill her and those horrible things of the olden days, right? But he doesn't. Why? Because her family steps up and saves her. So this can be a message that people around you, Taurus, at this time may know better, especially if you're getting feelings around someone who could be dangerous. Perhaps someone around you is saying, oh, Taurus, be careful, that person's dangerous. Yeah, but curiosity, well, sometimes it wins out, but there's that old saying, right, curiosity killed the cat. But maybe, Taurus, you're one of the cats here who has 9 lives. I don't know. But, yeah, they be careful, because this breaking a rule at this particular time could lead to some consequences that perhaps are unwelcome in nature. So let's get these cards down. Gosh, Taurus, lots to talk about with this reading. Stick around even if this isn't your reading, because I have a feeling it's going to get juicy. I'm going to take a look at you and what you're dealing with. What's your goal? Anything that could be blocking you from that goal. What you might achieve at this time. Anything you should avoid. What you should embrace. What's going on in your circumstances, in your environment that could be helping or hindering. And the outcome or advice. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have here. Page of Cups. Yeah, it's that seductive energy, isn't it? It's like, come hither, Taurus. It's that siren song of seduction. Now, they could be luring you with a number of things. It could be that life of luxury. It could be sex. It could be travel, adventure. Whatever it is that you're craving, that you're longing for. And Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it seems like, Taurus, you could feel quite stagnant at this time. And when we desire change in our lives, we can escape to fantasy, daydreaming, wondering what else is out there. And that's a very strong seductive energy. What it is that your goal, all Three of Cups in reverse, yeah. Taurus, some of you could be, for some who are in a committed relationship or in a partnership, there may, I'm not saying all, but there could be a temptation around a third party. For some of you who are dealing with a Taurus, this could be reversed, so please do keep that in mind. It could be a Taurus that is doing this. And the obstruction here is this Nine of Wands. Yes, it's going to cause battle. Obviously, if there's competition, there will be a battle. But a hollow victory is what is likely to happen here. A hollow victory. Yes, the Nine of Wands. It's very much boundaries. When we talk about she who regrets, éclat, it speaks to me of boundaries. You want success, obviously, Taurus, and you don't like to be told no. I get that. You have a very obstinate, or I want to say stubborn streak, and you like to get what you want. You do. But is this something that will be regretted in the long run? It's like getting something, but then once you get it, is it worth the cost? Now, Taurus, you know how to win. You do. And you don't run from a fight. I get you stand your ground. And for you, you are someone who is used to the victory, used to the win. Some of you may be a competitor. You may have been a sports person, either now or in the past. Some of you, there's an energy here of being very interested in battles and like reading things like The Art of War. Sun Tzu, I think that's who wrote that. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Actually, haven't read it, if you could believe that. So, yeah, you don't run from a fight, Taurus. And here you are, standing solitary on the smoke-covered battlefield. Oh gosh, guys. And there's security in the win. There's knowledge that, you know what, I've won. I've won. I've won. Okay, now your achievement here is the Lovers in reverse. But is that the result you really wanted? I mean, gosh. There's some acrimony here. Wow. It involves three people, Taurus. There's a winner and a loser here. But can the result that you want, this victory, be achieved without the acrimony? Yeah. This is an energy of that you could be doing more damage, and that there is no love lost at the end of the day between you and a person that you've been battling with. I would say use a lot of caution in arguments. When it comes to resolving arguments, rather than using anger or weaponizing words here, consider a truce. Consider how you speak very carefully before you launch these arrows of yours here, Taurus. Is it the right thing to do? Can you resolve this issue that doesn't involve this loss? Because this may be a bad call or a bad decision. What is the best outcome? What is the outcome that is the best for all? If this conflict ends and you're the victor, but it ends with bitterness, is that really a win? Okay. What you should avoid here: King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, manipulation, anger. Oh gosh, yeah. And what you should embrace is the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Embrace look, I think that what you want here is something that is right, is correct. You're not wrong there. You want to have freedom. You want to have the freedom to go and explore. You don't want to be told not to do that one thing, right? It's that one thing that you want to do that's making you curious. And for some of you, you have someone around you who is saying, no, don't do that. It's dangerous. And for others of you, it's your own mind that's saying that. Taurus, wait, don't do this. It's dangerous. But I feel that you want to take some sort of risk here. It's very seductive. There is an energy of people around you, possibly family, wanting to protect you at this time. For some of my Taurians, you don't want someone to discover a secret, like on your computer. Some of you have this room that's like your workspace or your office in your home, and you don't like people to enter that sacred space. Like, stay away. Maybe it's because you have some secrets, or you work on something secret while you're in that room. I'm not sure, Taurus. Something that's a hidden truth, but you are. It's like off limits. It's taboo. It's off limits, Taurus. This space of yours, whether it's an actual room or whether it's secrets that you have yourself. Around you, we've got this Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Taurus. It's like that that little boy or little girl, it's not meant to be gender specific here, Taurus. That child within you that has that rebellious streak. I think that, Taurus, when you were very young, you were quite rambunctious. You were someone who enjoyed the freedom of going out and doing things independently and with your friends. You might have played sports, as I said, or there was something there that was very competitive, brought up your competitive nature, and you're very used to getting the win. You like to win. And the outcome here is the High Priestess. There's that secrets, that taboo. Yes. It's like being very attracted to that thing that you're very curious about that you can't have. Perhaps it is a little bit of that wanting what you can't have energy that I'm picking up here, with Bluebeard. The wife, and he had multiple wives, but they all broke the rule because it's human nature. Then when someone tells us that's the one thing you can't do, Taurus, that's the one thing you can't do, of course you're going to do it. Whatever is taboo, it's like an open invitation to break the rule, right? So breaking the rule. Taboo. Let's see. I'm going to get some more cards for you guys. So I'm going to get one from this deck here for Taurus. Breaking taboos. There's that stubbornness. Victory at all costs, right? Taking a rigid stance about something. If you can, observe yourself doing that and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself, and especially if you are in some sort of confrontation or conflict, you want to do something and another person doesn't want you to do it, or family doesn't want you to do it. The stubbornness is part of you. Own it. It's you saying, you know what, I'm going to get this victory, and if anyone takes me on, I'm going to let them know that I am not going to be told no. My curiosity here cannot be restrained. That is admirable, but getting to that place doesn't have to be one of acrimony. That's what Spirit wants you to. It wants you to have what you want here, as long as it's for your highest good and for the highest good of all around you. But in order to get there, rather than this rigid stance, Spirit is asking you to perhaps yield a little here to get a better result. You're still going to get a victory, but the result will be better if the victory isn't as hard fought at the end. Yeah, the conflict isn't one where people have been left kind of ravaged at the end of the day. Yeah, surrender to the beauty of the natural world. I feel that that's what you're wanting to do. It's whatever you're wanting to achieve here, it's natural. But if you have been in this place of conflict with others at this time, it may help to take a relaxing break and spend some time in nature to reconnect with your earth element here, Taurus, to replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy that lies in nature. Take yourself out somewhere which feels refreshing. You can breathe some fresh air, especially if this is it feels like discovery. Like, say if it's you, Taurus, that has this locked room, and it may be an actual room, or it could be like a room in your mind, something that you've compartmentalized here, Taurus, and it's like locking something away and saying, no, that's taboo, that's something I can't do, I can't think about. There's a need here to free yourself, to not be repressing that, because it's something that's natural, and I feel it's something that is meant for you in some sort of way, Taurus. It's meant to free yourself, free your mind. It's meant for you to have growth in your life, to not feel stuck or restricted. So if it's you that's shutting that off and saying that's taboo, I can't do that, I can't think of it, I'm just going to lock it away, there's a discovery here. Someone could be discovering the truth, something that you've been hiding, locking away, with that high priestess energy. It could be something that a long-held dream, something that you want to achieve but you've locked away. And here's this energy of surrendering a need to always be right, this energy of victory. Yeah, that's what I said right at the beginning there, Taurus. The win here may be better achieved by having more of a win-win outcome rather than an acrimonious battle that ends in a lot of bitterness and rage and anger. So by yielding and not being rigid, it's very important right now, Taurus. This will help resolve conflicts and improve relationships. And if you are letting this secret out after a long period of time and saying, well, this is how I feel, this is what I want. If you're talking about something that previously has been locked away, locked off, taboo, something that you haven't spoken about, if you are speaking to someone about this, in order to get the result that you want, conflict from the other person, you're going to have to fall on your sword a little bit here, Taurus. Fall on your sword a little. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, surrendering resentments. Yeah. Especially if you feel like if you resent someone around you, perhaps you felt restricted, or you felt that somebody saying no to you or family saying no to you may have been something that you've grown to resent over this time, this taboo subject. You couldn't speak about it. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. So try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. Yeah, falling on your sword here really does suggest that you can't win when it comes to this person or these people. But you can get the win in getting what you want. Now, what Spirit is suggesting here is that you should keep moving forward toward a positive situation in your life, a positive outcome, which means freedom from restriction at this point in your life. But what you can't do right now is to hold on to this belief that I need to be right here. These other people are not going to ever think that you're right. They're not. But you know what? It doesn't matter what they think. Holding on to that kind of energy of I need to make them see my point. I need to see them to make them see, or make this person see that what they've done is wrong and that I'm right here. By holding on to that, it just strangles you. It makes you retreat. It makes you even more bitter or resentful of your circumstances, because you feel resentful of people who have placed what you feel is an unnecessary burden on you, or any kind of blame or shame or guilt for what you've locked away here. So falling on your sword, in this case, it's yielding. You'll need to be right here so that you get the win. And I hope that makes sense, guys. This taboo energy, yeah, it could be something that you've locked away out of a fear of change, but you have to take that on board. You know, you rather than being resentful of your situation and your circumstances, we always, unless we're physically restrained in an actual jail, we do have sovereignty over our lives. We can be responsible for our own choices. Yes, so it's never right to blame others for us feeling restricted, because by our decisions we've placed ourselves there. So for some of you, actually, deep down, there may have been a fear of change in the past. You could have been a change. It could have been a change in your job. You could have feared a change in a relationship. You could have even feared health issues. And that may have caused you to close off this and say, no, that's taboo. I'm locking that away, that dream of mine, that thing that I want. Ultimately, I'm locking it away, closing it off. But you can't, because it's going to be opened. It's going to be discovered. Yeah, surrender the idea that you can fix someone. You can't. Yeah, each person has to be accountable for his or her own healing. In order for you to, if you want to move on, if you want to make changes in your life, it's up to you. It's up to you to heal this situation. It's up to you to free yourself from this. each person has to be accountable. And as I said, you can't fix this other person. You know, they're going to be very rigid in their beliefs. You're going to be very rigid in your beliefs. Somebody here has to yield so that the other person will yield a bit more. Yield. If you're rigid, it's just going to be clashing, and there's not going to be any result. There needs to be a little bit of give so that you can get the result that you want. Use your instincts when it comes to a person that you could be dealing with at this time. Let's see, I'm going to get some more cards. Let's get one from this deck here. I've got this new one, and this is the Feline Sages. So let's get the cats in on this situation that we want to clear up for Taurus, please, Spirit. Advice for Taurus. Self-care. And this is the Oriental short hair. Now, the Oriental short hair, when it comes to self-care, there is an energy here of sweetness, knowing that you're worthy of love, nurturing, and respect. Attune with this High Priestess energy to your body, mind, and spirit, and give yourself the support that you need, because it may, at this point in time, you may not be getting the support from people around you, including family, Taurus. So I would say treat yourself to something, nourish your well-being, treat yourself very preciously here, and take some time in nature, especially for self-care. You know, whatever that is. Self-care can mean many things. It can mean exercise. It can mean treating yourself to some sort of small luxury. Taking care of yourself could, of course, be going out with friends or spending some time alone. But if people around you in society, in your world here, have been wearing you out a bit, maybe spend some quiet time here. You know, there's that energy of sanctuary when we come to taboo, you know, saying you can't come in here, thou shalt not pass. This is the one room you can't come in. So for some of you, it's a busy house, a busy household. People are very demanding. And, you know, when you're home, you know, you have your secret things there that you work on in your own space that people are not allowed into. It could be an office, it could be a bathroom. So making an assessment with this High Priestess, once you relax, breathe, listen deeply to yourself, what is it that you truly need? What will make you happy? What will make your body comfortable? What will make your mind calm? What will make your inner child come out and play here, because it seems to be blocked? Regular self-care boosts your health, your mental health as well, your creativity, your happiness, and your future success. It improves your outlook, it enhances your mood, and it helps your relationships with everyone around you, Taurus. And no matter what you're experiencing or asking about here, self-care will help bring about the best possible outcome. Yes, it doesn't have to be expensive. It could be, if you can't get out, it could be doing something at home, like your own personal spa experience, something like that. It could be reading a book. So for some of my Taurus here at this present time, it's definitely a time to look at your habits, because they may need changing. Yeah. I would say at this time prioritize self-care so that this anger and resentment doesn't come out. Treat yourself, be kind to yourself. It's a loving act of self-care. That's your best advice when it comes to dealing with others at this time. Yes, this secret space, you know. Now, when it comes to this other person, well, you know, that's That's a harder nut to crack. Let's see if we can get some more advice there, please, for Taurus, especially around this conflict. Message for Taurus, please, when it comes to this conflict. We've got the Black Pearl. It's funny, isn't it? Because we had Bluebeard here, and now we've got the Black Pearl. It reminds me of that Johnny Depp movie, Pirates of the Caribbean. Gosh, I don't know. Let's see. Now, when it comes to the Black Pearl, well, with the High Priestess, it's like being initiated into a mystery. Yeah, I feel that you are a very mysterious person underneath it all. You hold a lot back, Taurus. The Black Pearl is the source, and it's the source of all that is unknown. Yeah. Discovery, I'm getting that. The Black Pearl represents the mysterious, and it's like in that place of curiosity. It's a little bit murky, it's mysterious, it's intriguing. It's that place that Spirit is asking you to descend and to explore. Yeah, it's not a certain place, and it's not a clean-cut kind of energy. There can be confusion, frustration. But I think that for you, going into this place of more depth, more mystery, discovery, experiencing some challenges, it can actually be a gift. So rather than fearing change, Spirit is asking you to explore this gift of mystery. There is a purity here and a desire to know what previously you haven't known, but it is worth exploring whatever this thing is. I mean, it's very secretive energy. It's something that you need to discover. Discovering the mystery, like the sweet mystery of life. The Black Pearl. The Black Pearl is a rare gift. A rare gift. Let's see. Anything else here, please, for Taurus? Discovering a rare gift. While you're in this place of stillness, discovering this rare gift. Oh, we've got the dragon. Sorry about the dogs outside, guys. They drive me nuts. They're not in my yard. They're in the yard a couple of yards across, but I do apologize. Yeah. There are times in life to step back, but with the courage dragon, of course, this is about stepping forward, speaking up for yourself, honoring your truth, not allowing yourself to be held back. We had that with this Eight of Swords in reverse. Not being held back by limiting beliefs, especially when it comes to other people. All of this is about bravery. Even if you feel hesitant, this is about taking action with passion and finding yourself with delight. But what you don't want to do at the end of this is discover yourself in a place of regret over, yes, getting what you wanted, but there being bitterness or acrimony. You deserve to be in a place of freedom after this, free from those feelings. Yes. So being courageous doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. People who are courageous certainly feel fear, and they may even be resistant, but you go forward anyway. Fearless means just that, fearless. So acknowledge that there could be a fear around this, but then take action anyway. Through being brave and you finding your courage, others will find their courage as well. And people who wish to hold you back fear that change even more than you, Taurus. They don't want there to be change. Dragons, of course, suggest wealth as well. So for some of you, Taurians, this is going to lead to greater wealth and prosperity. But you do have to take action to protect any current financial situation, because I am getting that as well, that locked chamber. So making sure that you protect what you have already built is important. It looks to me like with this dragon spirit there will be even more to gain in the future as well, but of course that doesn't mean you should plainly give up or walk away from something that you've worked steadily for over a number of years. I also get an energy here of the protection, that dragon that was in Lord of the Rings. Smaug, was it? Let me know, guys. I know Benedict Cumberbatch did the voice in the film. That's about all I know about Smaug. But didn't he protect all those jewels? Yeah. Taking action to protect what you value at this time doesn't have to mean finances. Whatever it is that you value, you could be valuing your freedom. You could be valuing choice at this time. You don't want to be told, or you don't want to be restricted when it comes to choice. Let's see, any other messages here, please, for Taurus? Actually, not those cards. I'll get one from this deck. Message for Taurus. The Dragon of Courage. Intuition, the High Priestess. Allow the limitless power of your unconscious mind to answer your problem by using symbols, memories, and hunches. Okay. We also have transformation. Allow the energy of fear to be transformed to love, creativity, and compassion. And passion, it will take passion for you to push through your self-criticism to get to a place of confidence. And in order to have cooperation with others rather than have them be resistant, your goal can benefit from you surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Okay. But rather than have this rigid stance, Spirit really wants you to move forward with the spirit of more cooperation, being more cooperative, more yielding, that energy of negotiation that I was picking up there. Perfectionism can be a problem for some of my Taurians. Perfection is just not achievable. It's be content to know perfection as a distant utopian goal to which we journey but never arrive. Nobody's perfect. Including you, Taurus. I know it's hard to believe. You're close, but you're not quite there. Oh, Taurus, I jest. Let's see. And cycles. The wind blows, the wheel turns. We go through cycles just like nature because we are a part of nature. So it looks like you're going to be swept up into a different cycle. One cycle is ending, although you've been very resistant to this change. By grounding yourself at this time, listening to your instincts, and then moving forward with what is coming more from your sacral chakra. That place of life force, that place that rules passion, that place which is like Kundalini rising. It's something that has previously been taboo, a subject that has been off limits, but it feels like it's it's being discovered here. And by discovering this, you're discovering this passion that you've been kind of keeping locked up, keeping locked away, something that you've been curious about, Taurus. Collaboration, again, creative people can be inspired by sharing and stimulating creativity in others and let go. What, if anything, can be done to let go of what is standing in your way? Yeah, for some of you, it's you. There's this combative energy, this, you could be winning the battle of holding yourself back from change, but at the end of the day, is that really winning? You could be discovering something here that is meant to be truly a gift for you. All right, let's see. Any other messages here, please, for Taurus? I'm going to get one from this deck here for Taurus, please. Interesting energy today. Understanding and courage. Yeah. We've got the Eye of Ganesha here with this understanding. Now, clear vision, of course, is a gift. This black pearl. But I don't feel that this clear vision is being gifted to you at this point. It's a little bit murky. It's very secretive energy. It's the unknown. But that's the whole point, because I think that for you, Taurus, although the way ahead may be a little bit clouded, murky, it is... you will discover many things along this path, but it's not a clear path. Yeah. I feel that you have a lot of talent here, Taurus, and in order to make sure that this talent is best utilized, you have to have the determination to go along with it. And with the determination to continue on this course before you, not letting others talk you out of this, not letting yourself talk yourself out of this. Now, the Eye here holds the key to your higher consciousness and a gift of awareness. So look for the deeper meaning here. Observe why you may be having conflict around you. It's a symbol of you not being authentic, or not being truly living the life that you want to live right now. So take the time to look at your current circumstances. Look at it from all different perspectives. Free yourself from limiting thoughts and beliefs. You are receiving an opportunity to move beyond your past, and accept that the fear from the past, and even as you move forward, will serve a greater purpose. Imagine yourself soaring above this current situation and gaining a greater perspective. It's your ability to rise above these conditions that will benefit you and assist you in flourishing. Yeah, Ganesha asks that you give yourself permission to be free. This courage card, we've had that, throughout this reading. Courage, it's all great. I love all this energy. The only thing that is a little bit of a concern here for you, Taurus, is how you get how you get what you want. Rather than having conflict, you're meant to have cooperation with others around you. That will give you the best possible result. Yeah. The root word for courage is coeur, which is a French word for heart. And courage, of course, comes from the heart. It's that inner strength. And when you have the courage to be true to yourself, it leads to empowerment, to act and to live in ways that are true without any kind of illusion. So letting down your guard here, stop wearing the mask, beginning to have more respect for yourself. Definitely don't make harsh judgments about others at this time, or even yourself. Some Taurians here, not all of you, may be feeling some need to be harshly critical of someone around you who could be leading a very different life to you, Taurus. But Spirit really doesn't want you to make those harsh judgments at this time. This is about coming from the heart. This will allow you to better relate to others. Now, Taurus, as I said at the beginning of this, you are someone who has a lot of strength when it comes to winning. Your ability to overcome is fantastic. You tend to be someone who achieves what they want, and you are someone who gets success in their lives. In order to even achieve more success in your life right now, the old ways of getting things done are not going to work anymore. Rather, to thrive, you're meant to cooperate with like-minded individuals. Be willing to yield to what is needed so that things will run smoothly for you. You don't want resistance from people around you. You want cooperation. Ganesha promises great success if you're willing to yield. He's pictured here on this powerful lion, and the lion represents, of course, strength, fierceness. So trust the fearless part of you right now, your own inner lion, and go forth with courage. Don't keep that room locked anymore there. Yeah. And definitely don't go down the road of Bluebeard here, who punished people for discovering their secrets. I'm going to leave it there for you, Taurus, and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can reach out to me. My links are down below, or you can Google me, Gypsy Insights Tarot, on Etsy, or you can email me. I am offering a special at the moment, one question for 15-minute recorded reading for $29 US. So if you're interested, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. I thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below if this has resonated with you in any way. Take what resonates, leave the rest, of course, and please take care, Taurus. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye for now.